Hello, in today's video we'll be replacing the accessory belt on this 2013 Nissan Versa. The reason we're replacing is because in colder weather and in the mornings the belt tends to squeal at startup. And this is indicative of a potentially stretched out belt which happens normally over time. Upon looking at how I should go about replacing this belt, I'm realizing it could possibly be done without having to remove part of the wheel well, but it may end up being more difficult, so I'll stick with my original plan. As you can see, there's plenty of space to reach in next to the radiator to reach the tensioner bolt and the nut, and also slide on the belt, but sometimes it may end up being more work than doing it the original method, which I'll be showing here. So we'll start by removing the wheel, which includes removing this cover, which you can use a screwdriver to pry off. Next we'll want to use a 21mm socket to break loose the lug nuts. Followed by lifting the car with a jack till the wheels off the ground, and then support it with a jack stand. Now we can completely remove the wheel. We'll now want to remove the front half of the clips holding this wheel well. Not sure if all the clips will be here since it looks like some are missing, but I'll show you the ones I remove. Starting with removing these two clips, you can either use a flat blade screwdriver like I'm using here, or an appropriate clip remover like I'll be using next. And all you gotta do is lift up on the center part and the remaining clip will come off. Okay, now let's continue to the front under the bumper. And as you can see, this has a variety of clips and screws that we'll need to remove. We'll start by removing the push-on clips. Same as earlier, but I'm using the clip remover tool this time. Followed by removing this next one. This third clip. And the fourth. For this next clip, we'll need to use a Phillips head screwdriver, but this clip is scraped, and it won't allow the screwdriver to go in, so I just pop it off from behind in this case. And for these next two screws, we'll need to use a T20 Torx bit. And this Torx bit socket works with the 1/4 inch drive ratchet, so I'll be using that with it. Once we get all those removed, we can slide the front part of the wheel well back and out of the way. And this is how I place it for now. And as you can see, it gives us plenty of room to replace the belt. Now to remove tension off of the belt. For this I use a 13mm wrench. We'll want to loosen this nut about a full turn, and this allows the pulley to slide back and forth as you rotate the tensioner bolt. And this is the tensioner bolt. It either pulls the pulley back if you want to remove tension, or pushes the pulley forward depending on the direction you rotate the bolt. But for now we'll want to turn the bolt counterclockwise since we want to remove tension to replace the belt. And for this we'll want to use the same 13mm wrench, or you can use a ratchet depending on what you have, but this ratcheting wrench works fine for me. And once you get it far back enough, you can slide the belt off the pulley. And we can now remove the belt completely. And And this is the replacement belt I'll be using. You want to compare the length of it to make sure that it matches up with the old belt. And once you make sure that it matches, we can install it back onto the car. You want to place it roughly where it needs to go from underneath, and then I go back up top to get it around the alternator, which I can't reach from underneath. And now that I got it around the alternator, we can place the belt around the rest of the pulleys, leaving the tensioner pulley for last. You also want to make sure that the belt goes underneath the snub when you're installing it. And with that, we can completely install the belt. Now you want to go around all the pulleys, making sure that the belt is completely in the grooves. Now that we verified that, we can begin tightening the tensioner bolt clockwise, checking the tension as you tighten the bolt. And once you begin to feel the tension is about where you want it, you can stop and check it. They make a tool that allows you to check the belt tension by applying force to the belt, and you measure how far it pushed in. But a good rule of thumb is you want to be able to rotate the belt a full 90 degrees. If it's less than 90, it's too tight. If it's more than 90, it'll be too loose. And as you can see here, I'm able to rotate the belt about 90 degrees, just about where we want it to be. Now all we gotta do is tighten and lock down the nut, which keeps the pulley from moving out of place. And at this point, I like to start it and check the operation and listen for any noises before reinstalling everything. Once you verify everything is okay, we can reinstall the wheel well followed by the clips. Now all that's left is reinstalling the wheel plus tightening and torquing the lug nuts. And now finally the wheel cover. You'll want to make sure that you line up the valve stem opening to the valve stem before final install. Well, that just about does it for this video. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, please click that thumbs up button to support my video and my channel. And please subscribe if you haven't done so.